We have unearthed our water control structure here. Yep, there is a wasp nest in there. So this rice planted a year ago June, still in here viable. That's why I love rice. Got our boys all suited up. Y'all ready to do some wader walking in the swamp?
Yeah.
Got a couple off-season duck swamp projects today. We're spreading some herbicide. We're gonna freshen up some wood duck boxes that have already been used and abandoned. We're gonna clean them out, dig out a beaver dam. We got a lot of little random duck projects to do. Let's go knock it out.
I love digging out beaver dams.
This boy loves to dig out a beaver dam. These waders also help keep the ticks and poison ivy off of them. This is historically what we call the upper rice swamp, where every year we come in here, we drain it down, plant it with rice. I've actually left the water level really high and full, but it is low, so we have to figure out why. I like to keep the swamp full to help suppress all this weed growth until we're ready to plant in June. I took off and forgot it's his first time in waders. Need some help? Let's go check our wood duck box here. I always open it slowly. Yep, there is a wasp nest in there. Gonna put a lot thicker shavings bed in here. There are wasps in here, so I'm not opening it. That'll help keep them ducks' eggs up off the bottom, keep them rotting. That's what you guys were saying in the comments. That was helpful to know. So I'm not gonna go light on the shavings. Oh yeah, nice and thick. And I'm gonna spread that 50 pounds of 2,4-D Navigate out here wherever the lily pads are. I'm trying to kill off the lily pads as much as possible before we come in here and plant the rice. That way we get more seed soil contact. So we are applying it per the label, per the rate, proper chemical for the proper plant type. This is Navigate. I've got it upside down, but it's a 2,4-D granular aquatic herbicide labeled for a lot of different emergent rooted type plants. Lily pads, spatterdock, newfar. 200 pounds to the acre, I believe, is max label rate on this. We got a small area here, we're putting out 50 pounds of it. So all this detritus down here is actually from our last year's rice planting. It is June 1st, and there is still rice in here that has not fully decayed. And there is some some of those are hollow, but there is some hard rice in there. So this rice planted a year ago June, matured all the way out, survived the winter, all the way back into June 1st, and is still in here viable. That's why I love rice. Japanese millet would have long since decayed, break down. This rice is much more hardy, and we still have rice in here, which is pretty incredible, June 1st. Yeah, this is interesting. The pond is really low, and I hear water flowing, so there's actually a leak in this dam somewhere. See if you can find where that water's flowing, buddy. We've got another wood duck box. We're going to check here. Nope, no wasps. There's one rotten egg, but there are egg shells in here. So it would appear we did hatch out one. That's great. Look at all the egg shells. This one definitely needed more material. I think we took some of the material back out of here. It was starting to get rotten. There's more shells. So this box did hatch, even though we didn't have the exact right amount of shavings in here. And I think it's been hatched for a while now. Well, that is awesome. So we did hatch one out. Got all that old material out. I'm gonna put a nice thick bed of new material in this one too. Gonna go nice and heavy with it. That's much better. Help keep those eggs up and away from that bottom layer that seems to stay wet. So we should be good. June 1st, so they could very easily come back in here and nest again. See, buddy? These are all the eggshells from the baby wood ducks that hatched out of that box. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Those are little eggshells.
Yeah.
One of the two boxes definitely hatched out. I'm gonna reset both of them and just see if we can get another hatch going on here. And I know 2 other boxes on this property hatched out as well. 3 for sure, maybe 4 boxes out here that have hatched. So we're gonna see if we can figure out why this pond level is so low. We have had plenty of rain for this beaver dam to be this low. But I am gonna go ahead and dig out what I can today to get a jump start on getting this swamp planted. Man, what a mess. So if you followed the past duck farming videos, you know we've got a seclusion cage here to a flashboard riser type system. Well, logs and heavy rainstorms have compromised our fence, Beavers got in and they have jammed up our board system here. So all this has to be dug out and reset before we can get water level control back in here to plant our rice. We found our problem. I forgot I had a 4-inch drain in here from the original system, and somehow magically the beavers haven't figured it out. So we have a 4-inch pipe that has drained the swamp down 2 or 3 feet during this couple weeks of no rain right now. So we're gonna get this capped off and hopefully get this pond level back up for a little bit before we plant. All I gotta do is dig out this narrow trench right here where the flashboard riser is. And because this is only 1 year beaver pack, it should come out no problem. That is really soft. We have used tannerite before, which is fun, but we ended up blowing too much out and created a problem. So we're not gonna use tannerite anymore. What do you think, Tucker?
Yeah.
It's hard work. There's our riser system.
How about the frog in there?
Probably a frog in there. We have unearthed our water control structure here, and we're not going to dig it out completely. I don't want the beavers to hear that water running and jam all this back up, but we've got a jump start on our dig out here in a couple weeks before we plant. I saw a wood duck using this box about 3 weeks ago, so I think we could have a second nesting. So I don't know what's in this box. She's in there. She's in there. We're gonna leave her alone. So that's good. That's a second nesting in that box. I'm surprised she didn't flush out. She's sitting in there on eggs. So that's a second nesting in the same box, and the first nesting was successful. I don't remember cleaning that one out. I might have cleaned it out already, but that's pretty cool. She's in there. So June 1st, and we've got one sitting on eggs. So it just tells you they can nest late and they can nest twice. So keep cleaning out those boxes if you've got the time. And we're down here to our last box now. And this one I know was used, and I already cleaned it out. I'm curious if anything came back in here and made their own nest. Nope. See, I've already cleaned this one out, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill this back up and reset it. Maybe somebody will get it before the end of the season. There we go, nice thick layer. So it's June 1st, so plenty of time to hatch another. So that is 3 successful hatches and a bird currently sitting on eggs and 3 boxes reset. So I don't think we're quite done yet. I consider that a very successful little wood duck box season here thus far. That is duck stuff, off-season projects. Just want to share with you guys, going around, checking beaver dams, checking wood duck boxes, cleaning them out, resetting them. So just getting a good game plan for what the next month is going to look like, because in about 3 weeks, we'll be out here planting rice in that swamp, which you're really going to enjoy that video. If you're into duck stuff, you're going to love it. But until the next video, appreciate you guys joining me on this one. As always, God bless, take care.